Hello everyone. So I will just begin right now. Uh, yeah, I hope I'm audible. In case anyone is having any issues in hearing, please do interrupt. Um, right. So hello everyone, and welcome to this webinar. To those of you joining from Europe and the Middle East, very good afternoon. And to those of you joining from India, good evening. Thank you all for being able to take out the time and be a part of this webinar. I'm Amit Saikia. I work in the sales team here at VConstruct. And we are joined by my co-host and main speaker for this session, Girish Pawar, who is a product manager on our team. So glad to have you on today's chat, Girish. So before we begin this session, I would like to just give you all a brief about VConstruct. We are a 500 strong team based out of Pune, and we provide services and solutions to the construction industry in the area of virtual design and construction project controls management, accounting, and software development. And since we've started in 2013, we have been striving to transform the construction industry by the use of technology. Building better, smarter, and faster is in our DNA. And our products include model-based scheduling tools, BIM-based plugins, and Deciline, which is a decision-making platform. Now, you all must be wondering, what is this webinar about? So I'm sure many of you would know that generating work breakdown structure is a process that needs a lot of manual input and assumptions. The end result of this is that project schedules don't always sync up with the BIM models and field execution. So in this webinar, we'll be taking you through Nirmaanxd, our flagship product. It's a model-driven construction planning platform, and it helps teams directly plan from BIM models. So it helps generate a BIM integrated WBS, which then helps with better quantity estimation, productivity rates, and technically sound schedules. So that brings us to today's speaker, Girish Pawar. Girish has been working with us for the past 10 years. Initially, he supported DPR Construction, who is a US-based general contractor, and he provided VDC services for drywall, stick built, and prefab construction. And later, he switched over into construction tech. So over to you, Girish, and I will just go on mute.
Thanks, Amit, for the nice introduction. Uh, Good afternoon, good evening to everyone. Thanks for joining this webinar, taking out time. So today we are going to show you what our product is, which is Nirmaan. This is a planning and scheduling platform, and this is going to be the first session that we'll be hosting today. Uh, and we are going to launch certain uh, features related to model-based WBS and planning, scheduling related features. So along with me, Suraj and Mandar will be co-presenting in the upcoming webinars that we'll do. This is the first session, but we'll do more and more in the upcoming future.
Sorry, just a quick check. Are we audible? Is any issues so far? If no one has any issues, we'll continue. Okay, let's continue.
So first, like before I go into the demo, I just wanted to talk about certain problems. I think most of you are aware of this, and I don't think there is any specific solution which solves all the problems at once. So uh, maybe so the problems that we see in the construction industry, I'm not going to go into the depth of it, but I think since there are like so many stakeholders in the construction, so many people are involved, and there are different workflows in the construction. So, like with respect to the workflows, there are certain tools developed like Revit, Navisworks. You are aware of that, and P6, MSP for planning scheduling. So different softwares are there. They serve their own purpose for that specific workflow. And there are other challenges like change management, like getting all the changes from design and projects into the schedule or into the plans. The workflows itself are disconnected. People are using BIM and technologies that are available currently, but there is a limited understanding in all the stakeholders. I think not everyone in the project are aware of the technology, the use of it, and uh, different sorts of things. uh, so, and the solution that we want to get at is, I think that is a better state than what we have currently. Is like integrating VDC workflows. We want to integrate more and more BIM and VDC into planning and scheduling world, and even like other workflows. But the focus of this product is mainly planning and scheduling, integrating VDC along with it. uh, and the objectives and the goals that we want to achieve through integrating all this is to have a integrated platform which will do this with integration of VDC and planning and scheduling. Planners should be able to create multiple scenarios. They should be able to create options of WBSs and work with it. uh, there should be a real-time update of changes. I think changes flows should flow from design or any other changes to the planning and scheduling very seamlessly. The application should be very easy to use. I think people who are not very BIM savvy, they are not acquainted with the 3D tools. They should be able to use those applications. So that's the whole intent. Like again, there are certain solutions that we want to bring, and to start off with that, like we have built one solution which is model-based WBS creation, which I am going to demo today. So we go to the next slide. Uh, Model-based WBS. This is the demo today, but it will eventually lead to developing plans using BIM and models, developing plans and maintaining it at the end of the day. So, so that's the end goal. Like whatever I said in the solution part of it, that's what we want to get at. And the foundation piece of it is, can we generate WBS using the model? And that's what I'm going to demo today. So maybe I'll just share my screen and show you the product itself and how you can quickly use the models to generate the WBS. So I'm sharing my screen. If it is visible, give a thumbs up.
It's visible.
Okay. So so this is the interface of Nirmaan. Uh, since we are talking about models, when you land on the page, you will see 3D model. There are different layout options that are available. So here you will see like what we have as a the layout and the view layouts. So we have schedules, we have 3D, 2D, and different options here. But I think that is secondary. The main feature that we have is creating WBS, right? Uh, so for the vertical construction, generally we see like building, workplace, level, area, activities. Generally, these are the five level WBSs. There could be more, but for this process, like we think that five level WBS will be uh, like good to go with. So here I'm taking a real example. So this is one of the project that I worked on in the past, and this is a structural scope. This has concrete, steel, scope of works into it. Uh, so here you can choose the scope of work that I want to work on, and you can add more scopes to this. I'll show you how you can add scopes, how you can add the model itself, and different settings are also there to configure how to generate the WBS at the end. So let's create this five level hierarchy WBS for this building. Uh, So there are certain settings that we have added for creating the WBSS. So for example, building, I have options to use like 3D markups, or again you can do manual select or select all. So let's say this consists of two buildings. I just want to work on this main building, which is a bigger building in this case. So I just do select all. So this selects all the elements in the building. uh, I can just remove these elements, building elements from the other building, and just do a save. This gives me the building. Then I'll create the workplace. Now structure has like generally two work phases. One is substructure and superstructure. Uh, so it automatically generates the substructure and superstructure. So we are using the element and the BIM information to do this. And substructure superstructure is something which is defined for structural scope. For other scopes, there can be a different thing. Like for architectural kind of a building, there will be interior, exterior. MEP, there will be overhead and the risers and all the site utilities, different sorts of things. So since we are looking at structure, uh, you will have substructure and superstructure. Um, and then you create the levels. So again, like levels will be created very easily with auto create. So this will create all the levels that are there in the building. So this has created uh, I think more than 767 levels in this case. So say if you want to just look at LFP, which is the foundation plan, you can just use these options to do that. You will see the slab on grade and all the puttings got highlighted here, right? So and you can also create levels manually, right? So you have this option of creating levels manually. So here also, similar way, you can just uh, enter whatever code and the name that you want to have as a level hierarchy of the WBS. So ST and steel all. So all the steel elements that we have in the building, I want to add them in the steel all. So to do that, like I cannot select this from 3D, but I can use the information from the model. And on the right side, you see like you have different options. You can see sorry, the model data, whatever model data that you have. So you will see those, and also in the WBS, you see WBS summary and review. I'll show you this getting populated once we have certain WBSs on the left side. So model data, you have this hierarchy. In steel, I want to include columns, connections, and framing. So basically, this is a Revit model, and Revit has a standard way of property structure. So I select these steel elements. I know that uh, these specific categories has all the steel elements, um, and I hit save. So this created a single level for me for steel, and you may have noticed that some of these elements also got selected. But since we did not include them in the main building, they are ignored. So you can like utilize this information to do the assignment of elements with the WBS. Additionally, on the right side, sorry, WBS summary is getting populated based on the selection that I'm doing on the left side. So I selected all the levels. You see all the specific level under that specific work phase got populated, right? And if I want to resequence the level, so I can do that like this. So level two should be after level one. I can just move level and above. That will get deflected on the right side. And I think there are then different settings like use. your logical reasoning to move the elements from level to level or workplace to workplace. Uh, and similar way, you can create a accurate WBS. Uh, and so next is important. Like this is where I think superintendents and planners do zoning, sectoring, and create areas and uh, divide the building into parts. So similar options I will have. I can use markup options this time. Create one big rectangle. Uh, so this creates uh, an area in the 3D view. So I'll have to assign which level I want to assign this area to. So I can do that through this level drop down. Do select all, and this will select all the levels and assign. So this will create a zone of uh, a big zone of throughout the building for the specific levels that I selected. I'll do save. If you see, all the elements are highlighted and they are now assigned to level one. I'll just hide this zone, the translucent box, right? So similarly, I'll create like more areas, and uh, you can similarly do that in the 2D also. I think people who are not used to the 3D environment, they can use this drawing option also. These are Revit published sheets. So let me create one area in 2D as well. To see, please select this once. So all the elements which are uh, in the 3D view, like in this area, got highlighted after I drew the area on a 2D itself. So that interactivity between 3D and 2D is available. So people can just use the 2D mode to do the area markups. Since this is just an example thing, I'll just ignore other elements and show you uh, how the activities can be created now. So you see WBS summary. Now I'll have to configure the activity mapping. So this is where all the setup is done. So we have defined in activity mapping, we have defined certain templates for different scopes. You can create your own template and work with it. So for example, uh, this is a preloaded default template that we created for a structural scope. There will be other scopes also, like concrete, steel, HVAC, interior, and others, rest of the scopes. And this is where the main relationship development happened. So install rebar foundation. Like I'm taking one example. How do I assign elements to this activity? Is using this condition set. So if the elements have this property, putting rectangular, all the elements will get assigned to this particular activity. Similarly, you can also define the activity sequence. This is where you can define the relationships like predecessor, successor. So I have defined like for this one, the predecessor is this and the successor activity is this, and also add the relationships between them. The type of activity you can also mention that it is a demolition kind of or installation kind of an activity. Also, additionally, you mentioned the production rate and the crew size that are required for each of the activity. So once you define this, I'll go back to the project. So here for structural scope, do the import. It will import all those activities that I defined in the template, and it will do the auto assignment. So whatever conditions that I set, uh, based on that, the elements are directly assigned to the activities. If you look at the WBS summary also got populated with all the activities. So substructure foundation area 1 has certain activities, area 2 has different sets of activities. And interestingly, you'll also see the quantities. These quantities are derived from uh, the model element data, and whatever elements are assigned to that particular activity, and based on the calculation, it gives you quantity in square feet, and also it is giving you the duration. So this has created a simple plan for you, a WBS, our breakdown structure. Uh, where all can we use this WBS? Is like you can export this. This will give you a CSV file, um, and you can import that into P6, MSP, and also Synchro. uh, I think people who use Synchro, they can directly use import the CSV and do the mapping. You will see the resources got loaded. The task will be loaded into the task manager of the Synchro. So I think that interoperability we are developing. Additionally, you can use the same WBS and put it in Nirmaan scheduler. So we also have a scheduling engine. Uh, so so this has no data. I can bring this WBS into our scheduler. So if you see all the WBS that I generated got populated here, along with all the durations that got derived from the model elements. So this is how simple the WBS generation is based on the models that you have. And similarly, you can do the same thing for other trades also. Uh, Create WBS for them, bring them into the scheduler, and create your own schedule and maintain after that. So yeah, I think this is what like we wanted to show you today, model-based WBS, bringing into plans, and in the upcoming seminars, I'll just share. Amit, if you can. So in the upcoming webinars, we'll see how this can be translated into a 4D. I think that's another important aspect. You should be able to visualize the same model. Like I uh, for other scopes, I defined the WBS, created a schedule, and you saw the 4D simulation in the first tile. Uh, like a first and the second tile. You can also create what if scenarios. You can create multiple baselines in the scheduler. Also, we have this feature of doing the schedule validation. Uh, so if you already have some schedule that you want to use, uh, you can import that into the scheduler and do the linking with model elements, and it will do the comparison of derived duration versus uh, what was planned by the planners or the scheduler. So that is going to be there in the upcoming webinar series that we'll do. So stay tuned for that. I will be happy to hear feedback from you. Uh, so yeah, over to you.
Um, Thanks, Girish. So, folks, in case you all are looking to kind of explore this on your own and also take a look at some of the constructs, other products, I'm pasting the what you can see visible in front of you on chat. You can also you can also just scan this QR code and it will direct you to the Nirmaan website. I'm also just going to drop my details in the chat window for those of you who want to connect and take this forward. So just give me a second, and my email ID and my number. Yeah. Does anyone have any questions? All right, I will stop my screen sharing. Um, in case anyone has any questions, we can address them. Else, thank you all so much for joining. Yeah, we'll just hang on for a couple of more minutes in case anyone has questions. Else, we will, and then we'll close. Okay, all right. Thank you all so much for joining in and taking the time out. And we will keep you posted on the next webinars for upcoming webinars for the other features of Nirmaan. Thank you all.